I'm Joe Stronach, executive chef, partner, owner at Morning Collective, 2160 South Broadway. And today I want to talk to you about ice cubes and non-alcoholic mocktails as well. We at Morning Collective, we have an interesting and unique beverage program. We flavor our ice cubes. And I don't do it just because of flavor. I use a lot of nutritional value, creativity, and we like to have fun with it too. So one of the beautiful things about ice cubes is the sky's the limit, and you can do this at home. We make thousands of them here, and you probably don't have that type of freezer room. But what you do have in your gardens at the end of summer are a lot of leftover herbs. You have a lot of fruit juices at home that you might use. One of the beautiful things about our ice cubes is that it brings an element of nutrition as well as flavor to your beverages at home. I mentioned your herbs in your garden. Well, say you have some fresh basil. When you have some fresh basil, usually you have a lot of fresh basil in your garden. So one of the best ways to kind of preserve that is, you eat it up, use it in your salads, you take your leftovers, you blend it up in some liquid, you can add maybe a little bit of honey or a little bit of salt, anything that you like. But in the middle of winter, when you pull your ice cubes out of the freezer, put them in your drink, you have this taste of summer again. You have this beautiful taste of spring. It just takes you back. And what we're doing is, instead of using just water and ice cubes, you're actually, benefiting from the vitamins, the minerals that come from fresh herbs, flowers, juices, the whole nine. So in regards to your health, you're maximizing your experience. You're not just thinking about food anymore, you're also thinking about the beverages that you drink as well. And that's one of the biggest things I want to point out is, that thoughtfulness. We take for granted our beverages, and juice has been in the news a lot lately about the sugar content. And so I want to help you and everybody around you kind of be a little bit more thoughtful and creative and have a little bit more fun and take care of your body all at the same time, out of your beverages. We have a lot of fun, like I said. So I'm actually going to make a few mocktails that we serve at our restaurant, and I hope that you can learn from it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one as we go through it. But let's get started with our green smash is what we call it. It's my ode to the Hulk. I love the Hulk. But we actually start with our cold pressed Mighty Greens juice. I'm gonna step away to my ice cream freezer. And I want to show you. So this is a beet ice cube. We use beet juice. It's got a little bit of hint of ginger in it as well. And again, like ginger, anti-inflammatory, all the great perks that come with ginger, really served in kind of a different way. Not as a soda or not in your food, but this is slowly going to infuse your green juice. Pretty healthy thus far, huh? And it's kind of pretty as well. This drink we finish off with a little bit of our house soda, and so we use, basically this is an ISI soda canister. You can get this at any gourmet food shop, about $50, and then you get the soda cartridges that go with it. They're just going to infuse it with CO2, and we just give it a nice little top off. And what you end up with is just a pretty green drink. But again, it's thoughtful, right? Cold pressed. It's not overly sweet. Our house soda that we use lemon and honey and water, and that's it. So we use the honey as a sweetener. We use lemon as that nice bright acidity. But again, we're trying to stick with natural sugars versus processed sugars. That's one of the great ways to, again, be thoughtful with yourself. Think of the type of sugar and think of the type of sweetener that that you're utilizing in your cooking. And this is a great little refreshing drink year round. This is great in the fall as well. We celebrate beets in the fall and in the winter. But again, bright, refreshing, and good year round. So we like this little guy. So the next one I'm going to make is, I talked to you about basil. Well, I want to show you what we do with wildflowers. So you take the same philosophy as we talked about with the herbs, and we utilize in our Wildflower Ice Cube. So this is a pretty little guy. And you see we use sticks here at Morning Collective. We have a bunch of different shapes. You can use your regular ice cubes at home, or you can get on Amazon. You can pretty much get any shape that you want. And again, have fun with it too. Dieting and nutrition doesn't have to be bland, boring. You can be ultra creative, and it's really, really simple, right? Remember, we're putting these in the freezer. They're going to be great for months, and really kind of shake things up for yourself a little bit. The worst thing that can happen with nutrition is for it to become boring and not fun. And again, all the outlets that you have in the herb world, like I said, we use edible flowers to highlight that herbaceousness, but again, to bring vitamins, bring minerals, bring things in a different way to really boost up your beverages. This is a strawberry ice cube. So we like, it's strawberry season right now, or it's coming to the end of strawberry season right now, but we'll switch to peach. But again, this is like kind of celebrating fruit at its finest. So it's the pinnacle of the season. We're gonna freeze it, and again, you can go to the grocery store. You can buy strawberries at their ripest. Enjoy them. If you have some left over, make ice cubes out of them and enjoy them in the middle of winter. Why not? And with some wildflowers. Here we go. We top it off with 2 more. You gotta make it pretty. And then we'll use a nice organic lemonade. We use Big B's from Delicious Orchards. So it's nice, not overly sweet. And again, we're going to utilize our soda, our house soda. And this is so easy to make. And this is going to last in your refrigerator indefinitely, depending on what you put in it. So if you go the honey lemon route, you have a great shelf life. Imagine drinking that out on your patio on a nice day. And this is a mocktail, but I will say that it lends itself pretty well to a little shot of vodka, so I'm just going to throw it out there. But again, we're getting that herbaceousness, we're getting nutrients, we're getting flavor, we're having fun with it, right? Remember, have fun. It looks pretty nice next to our little green smash. So the third drink I want to make for you, typically we serve this as a cocktail. It's called our electric creamsicle. I'm going to do the non-alcoholic version for you, and we're going to talk a little bit about the cream. So we're going to do the electric dreamsicle. It starts with vanilla ice. Had a nice program, right? You gotta roll with vanilla ice. And these little guys are nice. We use fresh vanilla bean. You can kind of see that, fresh vanilla bean is pretty cool too, because we talked about sugar and sweeteners and whatnot. I like vanilla in this, and I like to utilize vanilla in cooking and beverages in general, because our brains associate sweetness to vanilla. So if you're on a low sugar diet, and or if you're just trying to kind of cut out sugar a little bit or cut out sweeteners a little bit, vanilla is kind of a nice way to sort of trick your brain into thinking something sweeter than it actually is. Again, we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to be thoughtful, and sometimes nutrition can be challenging for some, but again, use your brain. This is a nice way to kind of, again, replace some of those sugars. So we have a couple of these little guys, and then we use what we call orange cream. So we use orange juice, heavy cream, and a little pinch of sugar. What I want to talk to you about is it doesn't have to be heavy cream. if you want to use almond milk, soy milk, if you want to use a protein powder. And again, I want to illustrate, like, you can do what you want. You know, if you just think about, you know, what the recipe is, pretty much you're going to be able to do some substitutions. You know, some might work better than others, but that's what experimenting is all about. Remember, we're at home, we're having fun, right? We're not in a restaurant, we're not on show, we're not behind camera. It's just us and our ice cubes and our creamy orange juice, right? So this is a great way to kind of, again, fit with your diet, you know, fit with what works for you. The sky's the limit, and you're a genius, and you know how to do this. We finished this one off with what we call vanilla froth. This is an ISI canister, kind of like the soda canister, but this is going to use a CO2 basically, and it's going to froth up we have half and half in here, fresh vanilla bean, a pinch of sugar, but it's a beautiful presentation. You can get this again at any gourmet food shop, Williams and Sonoma, Sur La Table, you name it. You can find these, you know, $90 to $100, but a nice little fun little thing to have around, especially for entertaining. And you kind of see this sort of makes a really beautiful presentation. So again, we got to take care of ourselves, right? We eat with our eyes, we drink with our eyes too, and you deserve it. You know, these things are very easy, and so sometimes even when you're on the go, you know, don't be afraid to treat yourself, because it makes you happy. You know, happiness is one of the best things that you can do for your body. You know, you can be on the best diet, you can eat the best food, you can eat the healthiest food, you can exercise a bunch, but if you're not healthy, you're not maximizing any of that. So don't be afraid that you got to take care of your brain too. But again, you can kind of replace the half and half with a little bit of almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, whatever you like. But this is, you know, this is a nice little, again, lends itself well to some vodka, but a nice little cocktail for you, a nice little mocktail for you, and look at this lineup right here. They're pretty. It's like I said, you deserve it. You work hard. Everybody works hard. And we're all trying to be a little bit healthier. We're all trying to be a little bit more aware of what we're eating, what we're drinking. But remember to have fun with it. Remember to think outside the box, and remember to be strategic. That's what an ice cube is all about. You know, think about the summer and think about reliving the summer in the middle of winter. This is how you can do it, through ice cubes and through infusing those ice cubes as well. I hope you learned a lot today. Very simple, but very creative. We have fun at Morning Collective, and you know, feel free to come down to talk to me anytime you like. I'm always happy to share my recipes, my techniques, and I'm proud of you for giving this a shot at home. So thank you. I'm Joe Stronach, Morning Collective, 2160 South Broadway. Have a great summer and a healthy summer.